We're going to return to the breaking news I brought you a few moments ago. That's concerning the police officer who has been convicted of the manslaughter of former footballer Dalian Atkinson. Today, he has been sentenced to 8 years in prison. You may remember some of the details of the case. Dalian Atkinson, in an altercation with this officer outside his father's home in Telford, Shropshire, the police officer discharged a taser 3 times and kicked him in the head twice, the court heard. It was very disturbing evidence that was given. Sky's Becky Johnson has been following the case. She's outside Birmingham Crown Court now. And a sentence of 8 years handed down. Becky.
Yes, PC Benjamin Monk from West Mercia Police jailed for 8 years for the manslaughter of Dalian Atkinson. The judge telling him as he jailed him that he was sure that the kicks that PC Monk delivered to Dalian Atkinson's head were a contributory factor to his death. And he said that in handing down a sentence, he had to have in mind that the public entrust powers to police, and the sentence given to PC Monk must reflect the importance of maintaining trust in police. PC Monk, of course, the first police officer in England to be convicted of manslaughter for an act in the line of duty for over 30 years, now beginning that 8-year jail sentence. And there were tears from Mr Atkinson's partner as once again the judge went over the details of this terrible case. It was almost 5 years ago when police were called to the street where Dalian Atkinson's father lived. Dalian Atkinson, the judge reminded the court today, was acting completely out of character. He had, of course, had a hugely successful career as a footballer, most notably with Aston Villa, but also playing with other clubs, was well loved by many fans, but his health had deteriorated and neighbours called the police. There was then a confrontation. PC Monk tasered him for some 33 seconds. The normal cycle of a taser is just 5 seconds, and then delivered those kicks to Mr Atkinson's head. Those kicks delivered with such force that the imprint of PC Monk's bootlace was found in 2 places on Dalian Atkinson's forehead, and he died a short time later. For Mr Atkinson's family, this trial has been incredibly harrowing. They've had to relive all those terrible details of what happened that night. The judge said that from the statements that Mr Atkinson's family have given to the court, he can see that none of them can come to terms with their loss. And I've been speaking to Dalian Atkinson's long-term partner, Karen Wright. This was her reaction to what she's heard in this court over recent weeks.
The whole trial has been harrowing. Seeing his clothes in exhibit bags after I've seen them go on his back in the bedroom that morning when he put the clothes on, to then seeing them weared, it's just been harrowing. If we've got brutality on our streets by people that we rely on in the, then the justice system needs to serve justice.
We are expecting shortly some reaction to this sentence from Mr Atkinson's family. When PC Monk was convicted last week, they spoke of their relief. They said that on that night, Dalian Atkinson needed help for his mental health, and instead he was kicked in the head by a police officer. So we'll wait to see what their reaction is to this sentence of 8 years imprisonment for PC Benjamin Monk.
Becky Johnson, thank you.